Welcome everyone to day 2 of our 9-day Tapping for Surrender a day event. And for those of you who've been here since before the recording turned on, you'll know that the streaming to Facebook Live didn't work today. And one of the most beautiful things about working with the angels and really living the energy of surrender, which is, kind of an ongoing process, a practice, as we talked about yesterday, is that we trust it's all good. So, rather than fighting the fact that it didn't stream to Facebook, just accepting it like, okay, there's a plan B, there's always a plan B. So I'm going to just bring up my notes here for today. I want to go back to two things. First of all, it is the mercat. We had that confirmed. So it is the mercat. And I wanted to go back to the Empress. I was guided to bring this up again because the Empress is the card that literally fell out of the deck yesterday. And, it's on the card itself, it says about beauty and abundance. And we talked about the wisdom, really the ruler, the leader, the person who's leading from the heart, really taking care of others. And I realized that there's this connection between Chiron energy and the planet Chiron, which many of you may know. Chiron's known as the wounded healer. And what that's about, a lot of what that's about, because we're here for the intention of healing, with the intention of healing, is bringing the healing that we're doing, of course, for ourselves, but for the benefit of others. And that's what Chiron energy is all about, is having those wounds that give us a greater depth and awareness as we're out there working with others and helping others and being that expression of compassion in the world, because we do have wounds, and that makes us more aware when there is pain and suffering in the world, and there is quite a bit right now. So just wanted to put that lens on this work that we're doing, that this really is for the benefit of humanity, really. Okay, so surrender. Don't want to get political, but I'm sure you guys know that it was a big night here in the United States around the presidential debate, and just feels like a really important reminder. Touched on it yesterday, but what we're doing when we surrender, it's not a weakness. It's really about giving over all that you are to a higher power and allowing that higher power to guide you, to give you the perspective, to make way for grace, for you to be the expression of integrity and of love and all those higher vibrations. So really looking at surrender as this way to step into your guidance. And if there was ever a time that following guidance was essential, now is it. And I got that message loud and clear from my angels this morning, is that we really need to be following our guidance right now, because that's how we know where to show up, where to be, what to do, how to be involved, is by surrendering to that higher power. So the card for today is the Page of Feathers. This is the same Spirit Song Tarot by Paulina Cassidy, and it's a beautiful little drawing illustration with a raccoon. And the words on the card are exploration and discovery. And what I heard from my angel friends is that, it's so much about curiosity and being curious about this healing, being curious about what's within you, being curious about what's there to be released. I think a lot of times when we embark on our healing adventures and intentions, it can feel like work. We feel like we have to roll up our street sleeves and dig in and be really serious. And I think this is an invitation to instead allowed a little bit more curiosity of what's there, what's looking to be released, what do I need to be surrendering right now. So I think that's why the Page of Feathers has come forward for all of us today, to invite you guys to just be curious about what's happening. Yeah. All right, so Getting on with our tapping for today, the theme that came forward very strongly was actually something that was shared in the Facebook group. There was a lot shared by this person, but I know that it's touching a very strong thread for a lot of people right now around anger and frustration with fear underneath. And these were this beautiful woman's words, was anger and frustration, knowing that there is fear underneath those emotions. And so we're just going to dig right in here. And as I said yesterday, please do, as you feel guided, share either on the Facebook group or on the YouTube post, or email me whatever comes up for you that could be input into tomorrow's tapping. All right. So, excuse me. With your feet flat on the floor as you are able, I invite you to repeat after me. And as I said yesterday, as these words resonate for you, use them, the ones that I'm sharing. If you feel like you personally need to go off in another direction while I'm doing the tapping, do it. This is all about you doing your healing. All right, so tapping on the outside of the hand. Even though right now I am experiencing so much anger and frustration, I feel like it's overflowing and I don't know what to do about it. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I have so much anger and frustration that I have to deal with what life is delivering me right now. And I hate it. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I have anger and frustration about so many things I just don't want in my life. I just want them to go away. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Tapping the inside of the eyes. I just don't like life right now. Outside of the eyes, I have so much anger and frustration. Under the eyes, I just want it to be different. Under the nose, I have so much anger right now. The chin, and I'm frustrated that I can't do anything about it. Collarbone, frustrated that I can't do anything about it. Under one arm, frustrated I can't do anything about it. Under the other arm, I'm just so friggin' angry. Inside of the eyes, I don't even want to think about surrendering. Outside of the eyes, I just want to hold on to this anger. Under the eyes, just holding on to this anger. Under the nose, and I don't even know why. Chin, don't even know why. Collarbone, I just don't like life as it is right now. But there's nothing I can do to change it except to surrender. Top of the head, because I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. So take a nice deep breath in. Allow your energy to shift into whatever space it needs to. knowing and trusting that you have experienced everything that you needed to with that. And I'm being guided that we're going to dig right into the next one, which is a variation on the same theme of anger and frustration. Tapping on the outside of the hand, even though I am angry and frustrated, that I can't change other people's opinions. And that pisses me off. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I am so angry and frustrated that I can't change other people's opinions, no one will listen to me. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though a part of me feels insignificant because no one will listen to me and I can't change other people's opinions, I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Tapping the inside of the eyes, can't change other people's opinions. Can't change other people's opinions. Can't change other people's opinions. That makes me so angry. On the chin now, can't change other people's opinions. I feel so insignificant. How can I affect any kind of change when no one will listen to me? I feel so lost. I feel so lost. No one will listen. I just have to let go. I just have to have faith because there is no other option. And I understand that that is the option here. That is the lesson. Top of the head. And I now choose to learn and accept this lesson, to surrender, because I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. All right. I'm just looking in the chat here. So one of the things shared is that, and again, I'm keeping this anonymous because it will be public and I don't want to, you guys are, nobody can see you in the recording, so my words are going to be anonymous here. We have someone contributing. I can offer that I do know why anger is the one thing I can do. They cannot take away from me. Anger feels like something, doing something, even if it's tiny. Okay. And another sharing the words, others don't care, ran through my mind. Gotcha. Okay. And I guess I would just gently, and more of a rhetorical question, we'll look at what anger accomplishes. I think sometimes it does help to move energy. But when we stay in that place of anger, in my experience, it becomes kind of toxic if we stay there. It's really about using anger to, Peter and I were talking about this the other night because the Dalai Lama talks about how anger, just any anger, is unhealthy and a kind of a poison. And what we were talking about is I actually, in my experience, have seen anger to be productive when it helps to move the energy and to shift something. But again, if we stay there, it becomes this sort of lack of resonance within us. So just fruit for thought with that idea of anger and holding on to it. I'm just adding in to the setup for the third one, just a little bit here. Okay. Okay, just getting my instructions here. So we're going to do our last tapping round here and invite you to repeat after me. I haven't been, as I'm sure you've noticed, calling out the points on the body because at this point I'm assuming that you guys know what they are. Okay. Tapping on the outside of the hand. Even though I am really frustrated that other people don't seem to care. And that makes me so deeply sad. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though I am angry about our political leaders and others in power, because it seems like people just don't care. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Even though a part of me is terrified of what the world looks like, and I feel like I need to hang on to my anger and frustration to protect me, because it's scary out there. I deeply and completely love, forgive, and accept myself. Tapping the inside of the eyes. I'm so angry with all these leaders in the world. It seems like no one cares. And they just can't get their shit together. And that makes me angry and confused and so very sad. Because it seems like we have leaders who just don't care. At least not about the greater good. And so I feel like my anger is protecting me and keeping me safe. And yet somewhere inside, I know that I need to resolve it. I need to find that peace within and surrender to it. I'm just tired of people taking things away from me. And I don't want to lose anything else. I feel like I've already lost so much. And I don't want to lose any more. So I take a deep breath in and hold the intention of surrender. Knowing that this truly is the path of peace. Peace for myself, peace for my loved ones, peace for the world. Top of the head. So I step into and allow the surrender. Because I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. So I didn't expect to go quite there, but I surrender to what it was and trust that you guys got something out of that, what you needed. So let's just do a little round of affirmation testing, tapping. And I'm actually going to pull a card because the angels didn't give me the specific. Well, they did. They gave me a little hint, but. Oh, Christina. Oops, sorry. No last names. I'm glad that helped you. The idea that it lost so much. Ah, what a beautiful card to come forward as our band-aid on top of all this healing work that we've been doing. It's the peacock and it's awakening, renewal, and enlightenment. Isn't that perfect? That is absolutely perfect. Thank you, angels. So let's just do an affirmation round of tapping here. Tapping on the outside of the hand. I welcome the surrender. I welcome the awakening. I embrace the healing. And I am inspired by the enlightenment. And I am curious about what lies ahead. Tapping the inside of the eyes. I am inspired. I am awakened. I am enlightened. I am excited. I am healed. I am whole. I surrender to love. And I am faith. Top of the head. And I deeply and I completely love, forgive, and accept myself. All right. So with that, beautiful earth angels, I invite you to just put your hands over your heart center and just feel the shift. Even if you can't really notice it, just know that it's there. Breathe into that beautiful energy of surrender, knowing that as you heal, so do all your loved ones, including your ancestors and all those around you. You raise the vibration for the collective. And with that, so much love to each and every one of you. I will be back again tomorrow at 11. And I think Jamie's joining me tomorrow. I'm not 100%, but I think she'll be joining me as well. So much love. Be well. Talk to you guys soon.